Hello, Gemini. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly talking about you tarot card reading. Let's have a look at who doing the, or you know what? Let's have a look at the vibe that's pointed at you towards the talk when it comes to the talking. Like good vibe, bad vibe, heated vibe, sad vibe, sensitive vibe. What is it? We're gonna use the planetary cards from the astrology reading cards deck and figure it out. Then we'll do a tarot spread. So here we go. Someone's secretly talking about you, and we're going to find out who. If you like your own personal reading, check out the description. There's a link to my website. And here we go. First card. Ooh, Saturn. You got Saturn energy. This is Capricorn energy, so you could be dealing with one of those. So this person, this is the part of them that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So they like a good old-fashioned hard time. But they're learning broader lessons, bigger life lessons when it's relative to you, which is flattering to some degree, but it's not that cute. It's not that fun. I wouldn't say personally, but if they're learning bigger, broader lessons from you, you might feel a little like, okay, well, I guess I am a pillar of knowledge and wisdom. Whereas some of you are like, gosh dang it. Anyways. Now we're giving Chiron energy, and this is your healing power, your empathy and ability to teach or learn remedies. And I always associate this healing with like apologies or realizations of, oh yeah, I did you dirty. Or like, just like I putting myself in your shoes and going, you know what, there's a lot more to life than this. And nice vibe to have, I guess, if you guys have had some hardships, which with Saturn, you may have learned some tough lessons with this person, so hardships are pretty possible. But with Chiron, at least they're coming from a place of like, I want to heal, I want to move forward, I want to use my ability to feel that empathy, put myself in your shoes, like I said, feel what you feel, maybe look at things from your perspective. And finally, we've got Neptune energy, another soft and dreamy type energy. So this sign is associated with Pisces. And this is your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. So there is a little bit of dreamy, like in your imagination, like type energy with this person, which is kind of opposite to the Saturn energy, because that's pretty earthy and it's pretty much like logical, practical, routine, structure, discipline. Whereas Neptune is kind of like dream worldy, and healing is kind of like being soft and empathetic and in touch with your sensitivities and imagination and the things that make you feel, essentially, and having it in control. But Neptune there's a little bit of imagination and illusion with Neptune, so this could manifest in so many ways, including lying, bending the truth, twisting the truth, or seeing things through a lens that isn't necessarily accurate because filtered by emotion. When you're angry, everybody looks like they want some, right? When you're lovey-dovey, you can barely see the ills of the world. Let's just have a look at the tarot. Let's figure out what in the hay is going on here with this person, what they're talking about, because we see that this could be a Capricorn or a Pisces. It could be somebody, driven towards healing with you, which is a pretty interesting energy to come forward with. But when they're talking about you, I feel like this is there's like a softness. There's like discipline and structure and a broader view of you. And then there's also that softness and, illusion or perception of you that is distorted in how they feel. So let's have a look at what they'd be saying. This person is talking about you. What are they saying about Gemini? We got the Nine of Cups. We got the Five of Cups in reverse. So we already know they're in their feelings with all these cups. We have the Death card in reverse, followed by the Three of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Page of Pentacles, and finally the Six of Swords. So we go, this person is secretly talking about you. It feels like a roller coaster ride, a little bit of a roller coaster ride. We pulled 6 cards for this, so you already know it's some bull. No, but let's have a look at the reading as a whole. We start with the Nine of Cups, and it's like we start off on a strong foundation. And I feel like that Saturn energy would really dictate this person having I understand you, you and I know what it is. We know what this relationship is. We have a routine, a solid foundation, and it is what it is. It may not be everything that it is meant to be, this connection, but we have a routine. We have basically, you know what I want, I know what you want. Here are the rules. We know the rules. We play by the rules, right? But that comes along with that emotional validation, 9 of Cups. So part of you is like, yeah, I can agree to these rules. You and I know what it is, of course. And then also, that's how I feel. That's how I know this is going to work, is my intuitive nature. I understand my own emotions. I understand my feelings. This person, I feel like it's giving, I'm complaining that you never kept your end of the bargain. It's giving one of those like friends with benefits, and then you started to get feelings, and then this person like, well, no, I was very clear. I was very clear with my intentions. I was very clear with my feelings, with my plan. You know, 9 of Cups, I was very sure of myself, and I was very clear about my intention. 9 of Cups is that spiritual confidence, and it's like, regardless of what happened, I felt it coming. So 9 of Cups. Then we have the 5 of Cups, and this is where it gets hazy, because we had that spiritual validation. We play by the rules, and whenever we try to control our emotions from a sense of like betting on our emotions in the future, and hoping that we have that discipline to not veer off and let our emotions rule our decision making, I feel like there's just regret here. 5 of Cups. That I've knocked over what we could have had, which was a great thing, or a stable and routine thing. I've ruined our routine, or I have regrets about how I treated our routine, because we could just go back to what it was, or we could have proceeded with what it was. But I went and then I went and spoiled it all by doing something crazy like say I love you, so, some foolishness like that. But it feels like the emotions seem to get the best of a person. Okay, so it's either they had feelings, but it feels more like you may have had feelings and messed up the arrangement. All right, the 5 of Cups is giving us that little bit of regret of, dang it, I either shouldn't have pursued or shouldn't have put us in this situation, or I'm sorry I played with your emotions. I mean, this person may have, you know, flipped on either side of this. Like, I should have matured. I shouldn't have messed with something that I needed, that was part of my routine, and now I've pushed this illusion and created all these Neptunian type feels so that you could develop all these delusions about what we could be. And we need healing. We need healing because we messed up all the emotional stuff. So this person is feeling like they were sure that things, if they were clear, if they were structured about how they approached this, it's looking friends with benefits kind of, or unlabeled type relationship. And now they have some regrets about feelings that were involved. So if they hurt your feelings, they're feeling like, nah, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I feel bad about that, but I told you what it was, you know, but they still feel bad. We have the death and rebirth. It's like they saw this. It's either that they see this as it has to come to an end for the benefit of the relationship in order to move forward, maybe even rebuild in the future. Or this already has come to an end and they want to rebuild it to something a little more, again, more structured. Like, we are friends. These are the rules. Have you in my life is important. We have mutual friends. We have to be in the same vicinity. Let's be cordial. Like, let's follow some sort of structure, some sort of rules. Let's try to rebuild them, and let's try to maybe even have a mediator or a mutual friend try to bring about some sort of agreement, healing, or understanding. That's what it feels like. It feels like a relationship that was partially emotional, somewhat emotional for you or them, is something that isn't working anymore, and they have a lot of regrets because of what it does to the dynamic of their friendship, collaborations with their friendships with mutual friends, or however it affects your business if you guys work together. But whatever it is, they don't like that it disrupts an arrangement that you have together. So I don't even know if you were doing business with this person, maybe you were living with this person, but there's some sort of panicle type vibe, which is like maybe they were boring your car. Maybe it messes with their day-to-day routine. And this disruption in this relationship. I feel like feelings are what needed to be managed. You know what this feels like? Death and rebirth in reverse. It feels like they want to end one aspect of the relationship, but they want to rebuild another aspect of the relationship. So again, the things that are practical about this relationship, like we have lunch together or we drive into work together, they want to maintain those elements of it, but the emotional sides they'd like to maybe put a stop to, or put on hold, or remanage, so that they don't have to, deal with this 5 of Cups regret. And but it does feel like this person, even if they did do the emotional thing, it feels like they have a little bit of like regret in what they compromised because of it. So then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles here is we're talking about mutual friends and people involved in your situation. It could feel like co-workers. Three of Pentacles definitely gives that co-worker vibe. But it's basically friends that are involved, people who are involved, a community, people who know about what's going on with you and this person's connection. I guess it's maybe who they're talking to about you. So Page of Pentacles, I think this person is what they may be fishing for information. They may be trying to get to know where you're at, what's going on with you. Because again, they do want to rebuild the sweet part of the relationship, the technically convenient part of the relationship. They do want healing. We got to remember that. And they do acknowledge that there was some feelings involved that may have turned this thing sideways. First half of the reading is all water. Even the Death card is associated with Scorpio. And we all know that Scorpio really cares about loyalty. And so there may be some sort of violation of that. Hence all the talking. This person also feels like they're trying to move on, but it's very difficult. It's making everything very rocky and upsetting. Places they gotta avoid, I guess. Explanations they gotta give, or people they gotta deal with that is really awkward now. But basically the Six of Swords is indicating that them moving on is very rough. So I'm wondering that this is a further reason for them to wanna find healing, find peace, develop a routine, and get things back to normal, essentially, with you. And that might be after some time, because that's usually what heals all them wounds. Or this person just wants things to be convenient for them again. So if that's the case, then it's like, I will heal on my own time. I don't care what's convenient for you, punk who broke my heart. But yeah, it just feels like that's what is going on with this person. They're spiritually sure. They were spiritually sure. They were sure of that their plan would work. As long as we say this isn't serious. As long as we don't put any labels on it. As long as we don't whatever play with the emotions here. It's just like if you have to do that, then you know something's gonna happen. So don't try to play games like that. Don't tell me to step outside of my human self and try to manage my emotions if I start to fall in love. How are you gonna tell me not to fall in love? Like I can control that. If you fall in love, just be quiet about it so I can... Like, are you kidding me? Anyways, this person feels like you can have a feelingectomy and remove your feelings and just agree to the terms and conditions of the relationship that they wanted, but it just didn't work like that. I think that you wanted loyalty. I think they wanted, loyalty to the situation or the agreement. But it's like, that's not really how feelings work, right? Three of Pentacles, multiple people involved. It's like if they have a bad reputation or if they leave a bad vibe to you, you can go tell their mutual friend or their sister or their brother or their whoever it is That's not good. It's not good. But again, at the end of the day, this person just wants the convenience or the routine back and not necessarily the feelings and the complicated stuff. And I think they've learned a valuable lesson. Saturday is about learning them lessons through challenges. But I think that if anything, this person would learn that it's not all about making a paper agreement when it comes to feelings, when it comes to water. It's like going to the water and being like, all right, I'm going to put you on this paper towel. Don't get wet. And then you dip the water in the paper towel and it's wet. And then you're like, well, sorry, you can dry me off. It's like, dude, it's going to get wet, man. Like, stop trying to make this agreement here just so that it's convenient for you. All right. But either way, this person wants healing. So that's good. You better saddle up. You better pucker up in these lips if you want my forgiveness, and kiss these feet. Wait until my bunions are at their ripest. And yeah, so there it is. That is your reading. This is the person that's talking about you. Remember, they could be a Capricorn or a Pisces. Could be a Scorpio as well. Heck, it could be any earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, any water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Lots of water here. Okay, so there it is. That's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.